Have you ever wondered why?
When?
How much?
What if?
Well, you're in luck, because you're listening to the Hypotheticast.
3 best buds.
On a mission.
To ask all the questions?
And get all the answers.
I was born with both guns blazing, and I do think I'm amazing. You got the dignity to feel a little about yourself. I don't care what your preacher says. I got my own vicious ways. Only got one commandment and it goes, I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
Hey.
Hello there.
Oh, happy holidays.
Sometimes I like to try the theory that my choir teacher imposed upon me, which is that people can tell when you're smiling.
They can.
And I just want to try it.
In your voice?
Can you tell?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, they totally can.
What if I tell you? No, now I sound like I'm being a pouty baby.
Okay.
Now guess what I sound like.
No, I kind of want to play this game. Okay.
No.
Don't look.
Okay,
Don't
well,
look.
Okay, everyone. All right.
Okay, turning off my camera.
Yeah, turn it off. Now, Mike.
Okay.
Do
all right.
one.
No, try to guess when I start smiling, when I'm speaking. Okay.
Ooh, I love this.
Hey, everyone. My name is Mike, and I'm having a great day.
You still aren't smiling.
Yeah, you're right. I'm really mad.
I think the test. Okay, wait.
I'm
going to do it.
It was too.
Really quick.
I just want to smile.
I have a good way to do this.
Ooh,
I have a really good way to do this.
Tell me the way.
Ready? Okay, I'm going to say a phrase, and you guys have to tell me if I was smiling or not. Ready?
Okay.
Hey, guys, how are you doing? Are you having a good day?
No.
No smile.
See? You can hear it.
Wow.
Okay.
Proven. Science. Wow. That's amazing.
Wow, what a fun game. You can play at home.
So now when you listen to the Hypotheticast, we want you to yell at your phone now when you hear us smiling. Just say the word now really loud at your phone.
This is a fun game you can play with your families over Zoom for the holidays. Turn off your camera and then say, am I smiling?
Am I smiling? What a classic game.
Oh, what a great game.
Hey, can we talk about something before we get into the rest of the episode?
Yes.
Can we talk about this monolith?
I knew you were going to need to get into that, Mike. And you know what? Just because I care about you, sure.
This is a sectioned off block of the show from now on until we solve the mystery.
Okay.
Called 2 minutes.
Yeah. I'm going to need about 45 minutes.
Monolith monologue. 2 minutes, Mike. Go.
Oh, I'm just going to talk?
Just you, baby.
Okay, so here's what I really like about the monolith, right?
So love letter to the
monolith. To me, it's a really good mystery because, as a mystery lover, I get into murder stuff sometimes. I'm not only into the true crime murder stuff.
Getting into murder stuff.
And but the thing is, no matter what the solution is, someone has been murdered, you know?
Yeah, it's bleak.
And so it's still kind of a bummer. And with a monolith, it's like no matter what the solution is, it's still pretty cool.
Damn.
Like even if it's literally like a Taco Bell promotion, like that's still
that's best case.
Great. I love that.
What if it was a murderer who put it there and there's a
oh shit, yeah.
like what? It was a murder.
No, they
weapon?
melt it down.
Yeah,
and
there's
inside
a person
is Jean-Benet
in it.
Ramsey.
Inside it? Well, honestly, if somebody went to those lengths, like they were
That's
going to
also
hide
cool,
their
then?
murder, but they were going to, it doesn't make the murder okay, but that's a pretty
still,
amazing story.
I guess that would fall under the umbrella of cool story. Not necessarily ethical story or, something you want to repeat in your life, but still kind of cool.
Is it just Banksy?
God.
No, Banksy's not this cool. Banksy's played out at this point.
Cool.
Banksy is like a little bit heavy-handed. It's like, yeah, we get it.
Yeah, did you see his latest piece? I hate cell phone war. Oh, man, fucking got him.
Anyway, when this episode comes out, who knows how many monoliths will be loose in the world. I'm excited to find out.
And that's been this week's segment of Monolith Monologue with Mike. That's it. That was 2 minutes. We got to do the episode now. Next week, tune in for more. This week on the Hypotheticast, we're doing something. We're doing a big something. We're going to play a game. And that game is based on romance. It is the holiday season, one of the most romantic times of the year. And so we are going to play a game called Romantic Dramedy, which I'm sure you all remember is an acronym. It stands for something. I'm going to tell you what. Romantic dramedy. Rather odd matches and non-traditional instances of coupling described really aggressively, majestically, ethically, and dramatically. Yes.
Do you think
What? Did you have feedback?
Not about that. That was perfect.
Thank you.
I was just thinking that this holiday season probably not going to be the most romantic time. I mean, if you're already with someone that you love, yes. Yeah. But I feel like not a lot of new love is going to happen.
Self-love, baby.
Aw. That's cute.
See, don't laugh.
We had very different reactions to that phrase.
I don't mean whacking off.
But you could. That would be okay too.
But you could.
That's fine.
Fucking beat it.
I can go for a walk if you need your holiday time.
That was so aggressive.
Self-love is great in all its forms. You can just get nasty and beat it. You can just stop beating yourself up. There's a lot of ways.
List all the ways.
Those
okay,
are the
never mind.
ones.
Explain what we're going to do.
This game is called Romantic Dramedy, as I said, which of course stands for, just kidding.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've got a lot of internet out there, and there's a lot of really good name generators for fantasy monsters, for humorous monsters, for cowboys, for wrestlers.
Naming babies.
And we're going to use some of those. We're going to make two beings, and we're going to have them kiss. And maybe more, maybe a lot more. Maybe they'll spend their lives together. Maybe they'll have a meet cute, but then go their separate ways. Maybe they'll start a whole family and get married to a bunch of people and have a big poly ring. I don't know, man. It's going to be great. So here's what I need from you, Mike.
That's me.
Do you want an extreme fantasy name or a straight up monster name?
Extreme fantasy, please.
Oh my God. Okay, here are your options for your being. We have the Radical Sinner Battler.
Sinner, like a sinner?
As in those who commit deeds that are immoral. Sinner.
Okay.
The Radical Sinner Battler. The Tempest Katana Ghost. Or the Blood God Anchor.
Well, we'll go with Blood God Anchor. How is that hyphenated?
Is
not. Is it the Blood God Anchor or is it the Blood God Anchor?
The second one. It is a Blood God Anchor. It anchors a god, but not the god of blood necessarily.
Great.
Blood also could just be its first name.
Well, I'm just going to have to take a while brainstorming what that even means.
So
you go ahead and talk to Emily.
Emily, you get a choice between a humorous monster and a techno fantasy monster.
Let's do techno fantasy monster.
Yeah, that makes sense. Your options are Broadcast Yeti, Megabyte Mermaid, or Computer Ghost. I feel like that's all of us right now, Daniel.
I want to do Megabyte Mermaid.
Megabyte Mermaid. Sounds like a punk band. All right. And since we have agreed holidays are the most romantic time of the year, mostly for yourself, self-love is important, we are going to set these stories, these meet cutes, these romantic adventures in holiday trappings, whether that just be wintry stuff, whether that be classic Hallmark Christmas movies, etc. First off, Mike, who is Blood God Anchor?
That's not their name.
It does sound like a person's name though. Blood God Anchor.
Yeah, but it's not.
That's not the direction I went with. It could be, I guess. I think a Blood God Anchor is
a Blood God Anchor.
It's like God, like when gods, I don't know however gods are created or however they show up.
Amazon warehouses, I'm pretty sure.
No, they need an anchor in the earth, something that ties them to the mortal realm. And it ties them here. If they don't have that, then they lose their attachment to it and they float off into the ether.
Makes a lot of sense.
And so sometimes a god will choose a blood god anchor, and that is a person. That's like a real human. Mm-hmm. And so in this case, the blood god anchor is a person named Daryl, and he lives in Columbus, Ohio. And the thing about a blood god anchor is that they're the exact opposite of the god. And so Daryl is a completely mundane person.
Like the most mundane you can be. Not boring,
most mundane
just mundane.
You can be. He's the blood god anchor for like a trickster god. And so like Daryl is just a completely plain individual. He's not bad or good. He's just who he is.
Right in the middle of the road.
Works for the bank, but a good bank, not a bad bank. A small bank, a credit union. He works for a credit union.
Yeah, there you go. because that is pretty neutral. It's not like objectively good or objectively bad. It's just not evil.
He works for a credit union, and he
doing
lives in
some
a
job
suburb.
Nobody understands. Like nobody can actually understand what his job is, but he comes in and he does it.
Yeah, he's single.
Nice, that's 40s. Good to know. Cool. That's pretty great. I'm sure we'll hear a lot more about Daryl, the blood god anchor. I have one follow-up question, and then we can pivot the camera to Emily. Does he know that he's the blood god anchor?
No, not at all.
Ooh, exciting. Some plot ammo.
It is.
All right. Emily, tell us about Megabyte Mermaid.
Okay. Megabyte Mermaid is, this is going to be really like hard to explain, I think.
Ooh, good.
Megabyte Mermaid is a specter or a phantom or something who, when a computer of some kind only has 1 megabyte of space left in it, she comes and haunts that device and tries to warn you that you're about to run out of space. The problem is she only appears to people who have that sort of like sixth sense, people who, the veil between the afterworld. I don't know, some shit,
the Sylvia Browns.
Yes, the ghost whisperers, etc. But she appears as like a little cute mermaid on your screen, and she'll be like, "Hey, buddy, your computer's almost full. Go, download some stuff upload some stuff to the cloud, like get a new device."
Download some stuff.
She's just trying to be helpful, but it's a very frustrating existence because so many people can't see her, and people who do think it's just a virus or something. But she's the Megabyte Mermaid. I
immediately would be like, delete this Bonzibuddy, please.
Yeah, but no, she's just trying to help. She's a lonely little computer ghost, which is funny because that's not the one I picked. I picked Megabyte Mermaid, but what happened is...
I like that. You kind of combined Computer Ghost and Megabyte Mermaid.
I couldn't decide which one of those to pick, so I guess I just picked both.
Mash them up, baby. Why not have it all?
That makes sense.
So it's the times where the jingles and the jangles and the mistletoe and all that shit. How do you think these two folks end up in each other's lives? It seems like the setting has to be at least computer related in some way, unless Megabyte Mermaid can transcend the digital realm.
I don't know. Can she? Maybe with the help of a blood god anchor. So I think this has got to be a thing where like Daryl's been like putting in late hours and like he's like working real hard even though it's the holiday season, and one of the computers at work is old and junky and he's forced to work on it, and then one day appears Our Lady.
So is the computer running out of battery?
No, it's running out of space.
Oh, space. Storage space. I thought it was about...
megabyte.
Sorry,
Megabyte.
Megabyte Mermaid.
Megabyte Mermaid. 1 megabyte left. The mermaid shows up.
Oh, boy.
So that means Daryl has... I guess he is a blood god anchor, so he probably has that sixth sense that you're talking about. He's got some mystical stuff going on.
He doesn't know why, he doesn't, but yeah, he does.
He's not like into it. Like he's not like, ooh, maybe I'm a psychic. Like he's just like, why do I see weird stuff?
Leprechauns. Yeah, one time he sees
it's
like
just
fairies and stuff.
A leprechaun and the Megabyte Mermaid.
One time he saw a leprechaun, it was easy to write off.
Yeah. If you see one leprechaun, whatever. Like everybody's seen one leprechaun.
Could have been a child.
Leprechaun was spinning a sign that was promoting a sandwich place, so it really didn't seem very mystical.
So
he downloads too much money onto the computer. It's too full of money.
I feel like
he works at a bank. He downloaded too many Bitcoins.
I feel like this this is ripe for the trope of the Hallmark movie where it's like maybe Daryl doesn't really see the true meaning of the season because he's just like working hard and he's working at a bank, so he's like a cog in the machine and not focused on the spirit, the holiday season, or not in the right way. And so Megabyte Mermaid shows up to warn him about the space on this junky old desktop at the bank that he's working on, but then also she realizes that she needs to warn him about the space in his heart for the season.
For the season.
For the reason for the season.
Yeah.
And that reason is love.
Love. Kissing your computer.
What can I ask you, how old is Megabyte Mermaid?
Ooh.
She's like 40.
same as Daryl. It's perfect.
I don't know why that is so funny to me. But the idea of like a computer ghost having age and being 40.
Well, I mean, let's think about someone named Megabyte Mermaid who's a computer ghost can only have existed as long as computers have existed.
True.
Which is older than 40, but still like not that much older.
Yeah, the idea of a megabyte hasn't been, and I mean, you can rebrand. People change their names all the time, you know.
Her origin story is too much to get into right now, but let's just say she's 40.
Too much. That's all her. Like a classic move for this game is their Tinder profiles or their Bumble profile. And I think Megabyte Mermaids is literally just, I'm 40. Even though it says that later in her profile.
Honestly, if your name's Megabyte Mermaid, she probably thrives on electronic dating.
She hasn't explored it yet because she's too stressed out about the fact that she has this job to do, and like 90% of the time it doesn't work. So she's pretty stressed out too.
That is so frustrating.
But she doesn't really realize it until she sees herself reflected in Daryl's stressed out eyes.
So she shows up and she's like, "Quick, time to download a bunch of stuff.
Upload.
Quick, fill up your computer so I die or whatever."
I don't think she dies.
No, she just gets whisked away to the next machine.
Maybe he's like awakened to his magical nature through this exchange where he's like, oh, like there's something going on here that other people can't see. And at first he like questions it and he's like, blue. And like, he like looks at the bottle of rum he was drinking and he was like, oh, could it be? Is it because he
just got a bottle of rum at work? God, Daryl.
I don't know.
Daryl
he's up late at work. He's not drinking on the job. That's bad. He's up late and he's like the only one there. So he's like, he's like, oh boy, I must be seeing things. And then, but she doesn't go away when he rubs his eyes. So she's real.
That's the proof.
And he downloads her into a flash drive.
Ooh.
What a move.
And then maybe he has splurged a little bit on his car. And so he plugs the flash drive into his car stereo. And so Megabyte Mermaid can go into his fancy car computer that can play songs and she can talk to him.
Oh my God.
That.
I love that so much. And I also have one of the points of conflict in the movie, which is that she gets jealous of Siri.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because he asks Siri for things and she's like, why don't you ever ask me those questions? Yep.
She's like, I can help you.
Why didn't you ever
places.
ask me who won the 1992 NBA Finals, Daryl?
Cool. David, what else do you need to know about this love story? I feel like we're giving you a lot of goods.
Well, no, there's so many goods and it's so pure. And I understand the connection, which is important, is that these are two people just too wrapped up in their jobs. But once they realize the magic between them, it's hard to stay away. The important thing that I want to know is every relationship has milestones in it. And I'd like them to reach one, but I'm going to randomly generate that because that's more fun than us deciding. I trust computers.
Oh, you made these yourself.
Yeah, I made these. So, oh, cool. So in 8 months into their dating relationship, these two meet each other's parents.
Oh, boy.
This, of course, implies the existence of Megabyte Mermaid's parents. So how do you think that works out? And what? Yeah, it seems like it's getting pretty serious after 8 months.
Well,
yeah,
also,
that's good.
As a blood god anchor, he also does not have parents in the traditional sense because he was created by the dust of the ground. So he always thought he was adopted. He just like grew up with a foster family. Didn't realize because he was like found in the woods as a baby. And so nobody knew. So
nobody knew.
Yeah, I do think the parents of these two actually meeting is like a big deal.
Do you want to know who Megabyte Mermaid's parents are?
I really do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why would we not want to know that? You just keep it to yourself.
It's the Chumbawumba baby. Or not the Chumbawumba baby, the Ooga Chaka baby. Ooga Chaka baby. Remember that baby?
I don't actually know what you mean.
I prefer the Chumbawumba.
I wish there was a Chumbawumba baby that just like the band Chumbawumba like had a baby.
It's just a little baby thumping on a tub.
And had a kid that was 40.
Okay, wait. So it's the Ooga Chaka baby.
Ooga Chaka baby, Mike, you know it. It's that naked baby that was like one of the first memes ever.
Ally McBeal.
Oh, from Ally McBeal?
Ally
Ooga
McBaby.
Chaka.
Oh,
that baby,
okay.
and then Clippy.
Oh shit! I knew Clippy
40?
fucked.
How is she 40?
Clippy's like 100.
40 in computer years. Okay, those are her parents. That makes a lot of sense.
Those are pretty beautiful parents. Mike, do you think that the blood Godanchor has distinct parents, or is it just kind of God energy that these?
No, I think it's like the pantheon of gods.
Oh, it's like all
you
of them.
have. Yeah, and at this point in the pantheon, like it's real mixed up. You know, it's like you've got, you know, Loki and everyone is there. Probably like, you know, an American god situation where there's just kind of a bunch of gods all over the place because all throughout history, people have believed in a lot of different gods. His is like in a kind of more obscure, like Loki ripoff. Like, because there's been a lot of trickster spirits, and so he's one of the lesser known ones. But I feel like his parents are like whatever kind of pantheon that subscribes to. So it's like it's like a bunch of just like spirits. Well, I think before their parents meet, like, what are they even doing? Like, what are they doing for their relationship?
So I think the thing is they're like falling in love over the holidays.
But this is 8 months after the holidays.
Wait, what's 8 months after what I think we are describing as Christmas?
August. Nothing. There's nothing in August.
Maybe they're bored. Maybe they're like, we
August
met in
is
that
the
holiday
end of
magic.
summer.
Right. Yeah,
And like, man, it was so spicy and we love talking about the holiday stuff and just kissing. But now it's boring. What do we do? Well, we might as well meet our parents. That's what people do, right?
Let's say this particular obscure god, like he's tied to a holiday that's an ancient pagan holiday that's tied to the end of summer. It's called End Summer. and so like he suddenly like feels the urge to celebrate that and then invites Megabyte Mermaid. Is Megabyte Mermaid is her name and what she is?
Yep.
Okay.
He calls her Meg.
No,
he calls her
fine.
Meg for short.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Did he
like the shark?
Before he didn't know that he was a blood Godanchor, but does he know now?
That's what's happened in the 8 months is that he realizes he can see fantastical things because of this. Like over the course of the 8 months, like a lot has happened. Like he's gotten in touch with his divine roots, and like I feel like there's some drama that happens external to their relationship, because in my conception of what a blood Godanchor is, a blood as they're called, if that person awakens to their true nature, the god loses its power. And so that particular god is actually upset that he's found this out.
Oh,
and so he's trying to sabotage their relationship to make him feel like he's just a boring guy.
Okay.
Oh, so he just comes in and negs him?
You got to have some drama, man.
You need conflict.
I don't picture it being like negs so much as just like he tries to like make it rain on their picnic and like
like actively sabotage
push their
his
car
relationship
off a cliff or something like that. Some funny prank like that.
I really like the Her dynamic, the movie Her dynamic of Daryl having to figure out ways to have a computer at all of these things that he can plug this flash drive into so that Meg can hang out.
I think he picks up a secondhand Furby at a thrift shop and just plugs.
Do those have USB drives on them?
Honestly,
is that a thing that they have?
If you think about the Ooga Chaka baby and Clippy, a Furby feels like it would be the right offspring.
I think if Clippy and a Furby, if Clippy and like a gremlin fucked, then like a Furby would come out. But I don't know about a baby. There's no fur. We need Bonzibuddy. Bonzibuddy had to be involved. That guy gets around.
Okay, is Bonzibuddy was that like one of those little pets?
He's a virus, man. He gets in there and he steals your soul.
No, I don't know what that is.
Bonzibuddy was a little guy like Clippy that you could download to be a desktop attendant. And he would sit in the corner of your screen. You could ask him things or he could play games with you. And he was like malware. He was like actively bad for your computer.
Oh, no.
It was great. I loved it.
So how does he fit into this story?
Oh, he fucked Clippy.
Oh, God. Wait.
So they say it was the baby. Like the baby and Clippy are Megabyte Mermaid's parents. But like your parents don't have to be the people that conceived you. Bonzibuddy And Clippy got busy. Clippy was like, hey, I see that you're horny. Do you need some help with that? And the rest is history.
And so that is all of that drama is contained within an hour and a half of a holiday Lifetime movie special.
With a really long last chapter in August.
The coda takes up most of the movie.
Yeah.
The end credit sequence.
Oh my gosh, it sounds so romantic. I can't wait to see it.
Well, that was a lot to handle emotionally, and it makes sense because we're almost out of time for this episode. But I do think it's worth it to do one more quick one. So, Emily, tell me, would you like a weird name or a cowboy name?
A weird name.
Okay, that's a good choice. Would you like to be the caring, despicable prince who hates the priest, the benevolent sleeper, or Wicked Cup?
Yeah, I'll be Wicked Cup.
Gotta be Wicked Cup. Mike, do you want a straight up monster name or a pirate ship name?
Straight up monster name.
Your options are Hag Tangler, Glass Sucker, and Rat Snail.
Rat Snail, please.
Fucking love Rat Snail. All right, we got Rat Snail and Wicked Cup. What are they up to on the holidays?
So I feel like this one needs to be set in Santa's workshop, but like the rejected toys. These are two rejected toys.
Yeah, for being nasty.
That were made, and Santa was like, what the hell is this garbage? And he fired those elves.
Whoa.
And they like tried to go to the land of Misfit toys, but they were rejected even
they were
from
like, you're
that.
not even Misfit toys. Just like, what are you?
Yeah, like, we don't even know why you're toys at all.
So now they're just like hiding.
Yeah, you're just a cup and a snail.
They're hiding in the basement of Santa's workshop with like some other weirdos. So that's what I think the setting is. I'll just tell you a little bit more about Wicked Cup.
Yeah, please do.
Wicked Cup is indeed a plastic cup that
what color?
Lime green, and it says Wicked on it. And the elf making it got confused and like had been in Boston and then thought got confused and thought that Wicked was like a cool thing the kids were saying.
Nothing to do with the musical.
No, nothing to do with the musical. Well, they maybe saw that. Maybe they saw some Wicked merch and they got confused. So this was just a confused elf who was really trying to speak to youth culture, failed, and then it turns out that now it's just a cup with a wicked attitude.
So it's taken on the quality of being wicked.
A little feisty biatch.
Yeah.
And Rat Snail is just a snail with a rat stapled to the back of it. And the rat is upside down. The rat is upside down.
It's just two things. It's not even a rat.
What was the elf who made Rat Snail thinking?
They were not thinking at all. They
phoning it in.
They had to real quick come up with a toy idea, and actually they wanted to get fired, and so they were like, "Hey, look, Santa, look what I did."
They were just stapling all sorts of things to each other, just like, I don't know, is this one
a filthy toy?
I made toothbrush broom. Do you like that? Do you like that, Santa?
That could be useful. I think they're in a bin waiting to be thrown into a furnace.
Oh, shoot. That's very like Toy Story.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Toy Story 3, but that's just the setting of this whole movie.
I don't think they have much of a relationship. I don't feel like this is long. Either of them is long for this world.
Maybe this is a short. Maybe this is a Pixar short.
I think it's like a Samuel Beckett play.
Oh boy, that is not very holidays-ish, but okay.
Well, if it's like his spin on that, his spin on a Lifetime holiday movie.
So I think what happens is that all the other weirdos down there are like super, super weird. And one of the weirdos is making fun of Rat Snail, and Wicked Cup is like, hey, shut up. You're just as weird, you little jerk. And Rat Snail is like, aw, they stuck up for me. I think that's how it starts.
I love that.
And I think Rat Snail like helps. Maybe how about Wicked Cup can use its cup part, which is the whole part of it, to
its whole body
to cover the rat on the snail's back to make it look a little less gross.
Sure.
Because the rat is dead.
Is it a lot? Like, was it once alive? This isn't a stuffed animal.
Yeah. No, it's a snail with a rat.
And the snail is the alive one in this?
Yeah, the snail's alive.
Okay.
I love that it's named Rat Snail and that the snail is the survivor. Good Lord. Also, I love the idea that you think somehow, and maybe you're right, I'm willing to hear the other side on this one, that somehow a rat stuffed in a plastic cup is in any way an improvement over just a dead rat. Like, I feel like that's just as gross, if not more gross.
They think the cup is just a cool shell decoration for the snail.
Does say Wicked
they don't see the rat.
Oh, it's just completely covered.
So like, that snail's pretty cool, actually.
That's really badass.
Wicked Cup teaches rat snail how to do a Boston accent so that people are just like, oh, sure, Boston, I get it. I get why you decorated your
Mike,
shell
could you
with
give
that.
us a quick sneak peek about what rat snail sounds like once they get a Boston accent?
You want me to do that?
Yeah, please do that for me.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Did you like that?
Well, thank you for doing that with me, friends. That was so nice. This has been an episode of the Hypotheticast, as far as I can tell, and I think it was pretty fun to do. What do you think?
I think it was pretty fun.
I'll let you know.
Okay, tell me in the comments below, Mike. Like, comment, and subscribe.
I just like to digest something before I really process.
It's important. I'm the sort of person to see a movie at the theater, credits start rolling, and I yell a number out of 10 at the screen right then. Minute it goes to black, I am giving it my review.
This is why you're always alone at the movies.
Emily and Mike, I feel like now is the time of year when all of us are doing some really cool stuff. Is there anything that you want to promote or anything? Like, what are you up to?
Yeah, even in 2020, we're making some magic happen. I am a part of a project called Blight Christmas. That is BLIGHT Christmas. You can find it on your podcast apps. It is basically a radio show with 12 parts, each a spooky holiday themed story, song, some sort of audio experience. Produced by Oncoming Productions. Sean Dillon, friend of the podcast, is the artistic director and the leader of this project. I am doing a piece with my musical partner and friend, Leslie Vincent, who has also been on this podcast. We're really proud of what we did. It's spooky and fun. And I am assuming that the rest of the projects are just as great. So highly recommend. Search Blight Christmas and subscribe, and it will be released over 12 days. Actually, it is being released as we speak.
Right now.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not part of that, but I am going to be doing a trivia night because I'd like trivia, and I was like, I could just do it myself, be the trivia I want to see in the world. And so I think I'll start with friends and friends of this podcast and kind of see how it goes. Not that I'm expecting it to be a big deal, but I think this is a good place to mention it because I feel like we have trivia-minded listeners. I'll keep it simple with just like a live link, and I'll probably send out a Google form or sheet with the place for you to record answers. There will be prizes. I love giving out prizes, so there's going to be prizes. I promise it won't just be obscure stuff that only Mike knows, because I do enjoy. I think there's an art to writing a good trivia question. So anyway, in a couple weeks, I'm going to do it the last Wednesday of this month. So December 30th, middle of that holiday haze. Look for that link on our Facebook page, and you can join and do trivia for valuable prizes.
Yay.
Valuable prizes.
Love it.
Yeah, very valuable. Probably some cheese from my cheese advent calendar.
Oh my God.
I opened it up today.
You cannot tell me you're giving away cheese, man.
David, what are you doing?
David.
What are you up to?
Yeah, if you come over to my house and you knock on my window, post 2 a.m., but between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., I will open the window, climb out of it, and give you a valuable prize.
From my room.
I will give you one item from Mike's room. I don't know what it will be. Neither does Mike.
David, what is this project called? Your project has a cool name too, right?
Oh, this is called Trivia Night with Mike. You can find it anywhere podcasts are sold.
Mine's called Creepy Nighttime Moves with David. I don't know why I called my trivia night that, but that's what it is.
It's pretty weird, but here we are.
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of all of us.
All right, well, now for our last segment, we have a game called No Questions Asked, and we are going to choose the nickname that we will go by for the rest of 2020. Mike and Emily, would you like to be known as Revenge Jensen, Virginia Los Angeles Jones, or Tammy the Horse Fox?
Virginia Los Angeles Jones.
Revenge Jensen. Damn it, we both picked Revenge. Now we have to fight. Yeah. Goodbye, everyone. I'm marching, Theme music by Jaden James and the Hunger. Logo by Christian Hagen. Edited by David Gucci. If you want more of our hypothetical content, join our Facebook group or like our posts on Twitter or Instagram or give us some stars and a review on iTunes or wherever the heck you get your podcasts.
David, you're much more of a Tammy the Horse.